Chrisley Knows best fans at Follow Chase Chrisley on TikTok have a question. They want to know, who is the woman Chase keeps scaring? Keep reading to find out. From the looks of Chase Chrisley's TikTok, Todd Chrisley isn't the only one with an affinity for pranks in the first video. He comes around the corner into a bathroom, makes a weird bird screech, and terrifies a young, petite blonde woman that appears to be doing some cleanup. There is minimal speculation in the comment section, but one fan does inquire if this is Chase's other grandma. In the comment section, fans don't seem too concerned about the near heart attack. They want to talk about the laundry room. Some of the comments are below. Can we talk about the double washer and dryer? My dream laundry room. You'll have a laundromat in your house. I just want the laundry room. The most recent video features the same woman tidying the kitchen when Chase Chrisley scares her. However, this time fans learn some more about the young lady. The videos only feature one person, and fans don't know who she is. Until the most recent video, the Chrisley Knows best star finally reveals the identity of the young woman in his scare cam videos. In the caption, Chase writes, "For everyone asking, this is Jill." Then he fills in some more details about the dynamic between himself and Jill. Chase says, "She has worked with our family for a long time, and the entire time I have scared the shit out of her." What do you think about Chase Chrisley and his scare cam videos? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. Make sure to come back to TV shows Ace for more Chrisley Knows best news. Don't forget to tune in to USA Network Thursday nights for new episodes of Chrisley Knows Best. In the sprawling mosaic of the Chrisley household, where family dynamics collide in tequila-fueled celebrations and perfectly planned surprises, there exists a recurring enigma. Center stage is Chase Chrisley, the middle son who balances ambition with insecurity, swagger with self-doubt. Amid the chaos and camaraderie, one figure triggers an unmistakable reaction, a woman whose presence sends Chase into unguarded alarm. Subtle camera cuts betray his escalation. Eyes widen, voice stiffens, steps retreat. Who is she? Why does her mere presence reduce a confident 20-something to a jittery, uncertain wreck? Framing this mini-mystery reveals something deeper than a simple fear of authority or judgment. It sketches the outline of a young man teetering between public persona and private vulnerability. A person who, beneath designer shirts and stage bravado, carries untold anxieties, particularly around love, approval, and familial expectations. Tracing the pattern, the first glimpse occurred during a layered moment of underlying tension. Chase entered a room, expecting routine banter, only to find this woman quietly observing. A stillness filled the air like charged electricity. He faltered, words stumbled in his throat, posture tensed, and eyes darted away. The camera lingered. In editing, producers allowed it to breathe. Prolonged reaction shots underscored the moment's significance. He followed each subsequent appearance with a twitch, a trade-off of bravado for hasty retreats, increasingly obvious as if tethered to an unseen signal. The arc became clear. It wasn't a one-off. There was deliberate pattern forging. Every time her silhouette appeared, shoulders back, posture calm, analyzing. Chase's veneer cracked. Hands flew west when she entered east, and knees knocked under tables once he realized she was there. Audiences began whispering. Maybe she was a fresh girlfriend subjecting him to scrutiny? A new analyst probing his finances. A relative he secretly resented. A high school frenemy determined to expose every flaw. Producers, keen on drama, sliced those sequences together, accentuating sound design, heartbeat like pacing atop strings, casting her as the disruptor, the anti-Chrisley. Viewers watched, hooked. Each cold shoulder added layers, nervous descent into sweat, forced playful banter collapsing into awkward silence. It was a simple trigger but carried larger themes: identity, expectation, performance. Who she might be piecing together on-screen breadcrumbs, the profile begins to emerge. She wasn't a background extra or a passing TV collaborator, she belonged. As seasons rolled out, subtle mentions gave context. Childhood connections, parental alignments, maybe a woman from Savannah days, before the brand ascended. Someone Chase knew intimately. Their shared history haunted him unconsciously. Nothing official, but hints came. She arrived at family dinners looking poised, not flashy. She stayed silent but intentional. She seemed to navigate the household with quiet certainty, eyes always ready to assess Chase's swagger or slip-ups. In those wide-angle shots, as if tasked with keeping him in check. Not out of malice, but out of expectation. One persistent narrative centered on the idea of her as a childhood mentor. The mental image, caring teacher turned guiding figure, who maybe witnessed a young Chase misbehave, slip up, and never forgot. Her calm demeanor might conceal deep disappointment, because nothing rattles the bravest soul more than the gaze of someone who once believed in you, and now watches you twist. Family resonance. The Chrisley clan, loud and larger than life, brims with love and competitive drive. No one shies from judgment or pride. Still, this particular presence in Chase's orbit unsettles equilibrium. His parents, Todd and Julie, pride themselves on raising confident youth. Their business brand thrives on image, bravado, and occasional dysfunction. Every personality in the household has a defined role, and Chase's role has always been the charm-powered, risk-taking son. Yet this woman exposes fissures in that image. In episodes where she hovered, Todd's expression subtly tightened. That rare glimpse of paternal concern flickered in his eyes. Julie occasionally adjusted her posture, as though ready to intervene. The siblings sized her up. Savannah, particularly, interlocked protective arm across her brother's back during silent exchanges. Her presence sent ripples through the family dynamic because she held invisible authority. Culturally, it reminded viewers of childhood lessons ingrained in hush-toned reprimands. Is that you I'm seeing? They remembered someone who once said the right thing at the right time, a person who understood their mischief and let them grow. But now this person was older, seasoned by disappointment or by wisdom. And that shift changed the game. Chase could no longer quell his nerves with a familiar brush-off. Television as canvas. Chrisley Knows best, though marketed as unscripted reality, leans on narrative engineering. Producers track emotional arcs and thorny relationships. Obsessed fans trace storylines across seasons. Each cameo and recurring character is neon-labeled for emotional payoff. The woman Chase dreads perfectly suits this mold. Recurring air of drama, emotional stakes hidden in everyday life. Also, classic arcs of male anxiety around being judged by an old mentor or female authority figure play out in sitcoms and dramas. The audience reads into nonverbal cues. Sweat on his brow. Flinched reflexes. Faltering smile. Those tics trigger empathy. He's not just a dimpled bachelor. He's a guy haunted by history. In fact, some behind-the-scenes lips hint that she was not hired for drama, but happened to be spending family time. Someone with links to the past. Chrisley home in Georgia. But cameras caught her interaction during a filming sequence. Editors noticed the shift. Up went the rattling piano. In post, producers shaped the footage to center around her emerging as a nemesis, so to speak. Reality land blurred with narrative picture. When she arrived, Chase instinctively slipped out of scripted swagger into reactive stonefists. That tension became far more compelling than any romantic subplot or business venture, because it felt real. And as any semiotic scholar knows, real unease trumps fake charm. Deeper roots of discomfort might stalk under the surface of Chase's jittery facade. Accountability from the past. Is she someone who once held him accountable? Say a teacher who grounded him for lying or cheating. Her face might spoon-feed guilt he's never quite shaken. In the spotlights of reality TV, vulnerability is fatal to carefully curated masculinity. He's armed with a bounty, tailored shirt, bland smile. But that person saw the messy him. Public image shattered in an instant. Long buried debt of trust. Sometimes we just hope we're still remembered fondly, not always as the kid who strutted around trying too hard. Is she loved him despite his flaws, and was later disappointed. In her return, he never got a chance. Such wounds are small but sharp. And today, on screen, she's a silent echo. He's trying to avoid remorseful tears under soap-lin scrutiny. Awkward romantic history. Maybe high school crush ended badly. He tripped or confessed too early. She backed away. He was left defiant, mask-posed, but she left a residue. Now she shows up, and he's thrust back into old embarrassment, unprepared. In front of cameras, the stakes double, toned-down love triangle or old flame reenactment. His reaction screams, "You got me back then, too."